Hey guys, nothing serious. I just have my good friend visiting on Saturday, and we were just drinking and discussing, and we happened to touch a very important topic that I think most African, not just African, but everyone talks about it. People have different opinions, so it's sometimes sensitive, but no one really have the courage or really some kind of scientific information about it to enlighten people. So I bought this book and I was
Yes.
reading this book, African Magic. So I was just talking with my friend and I told him we were discussing about it if it really exists. Maybe through our discussion, I would really like that you guys would put your comment, how your experience with black magic, if it really exists.
Magic or black magic?
No, okay, magic. Okay, yes.
So they say
Yes.
black magic.
Yeah, black magic means it's black. Yeah, this kind of yes. Means
It's kind
there's
of
white
yeah,
magic,
yeah.
there's brown magic,
Yeah.
just like the different races in the US. where they say-
Magic in general.
Yeah, okay,
Let's
yes,
just
yes,
get
yes, if magic really exists.
into
Now,
the
if-
color business.
yeah, if you're from, I think in Africa, they would say it's witchcraft, or
Witchcraft,
sorcery,
sorcery,
yeah, something like that.
in
So,
French.
sorcery, yeah, sorcery, something like that. So, what's your opinion about that? Does it really exist? Have you?
I don't know.
Yes.
You told me about this book. First of all, what is it about? You
Okay.
told me the title is pronouncing
Yes.
African magic,
African.
traditional idea that heal a continent.
Yes, I didn't know about the book. I was just curious, like I'm curious about reading books on fiction, science, and economics, literature. So I came across this. I just read, I think, the first 2 or 3 chapters, and I was like, wow, the picture the author is painting is the same. I think the plot is right around South Africa, maybe the Zulu Kingdom and how their traditional setup, and it's just the same. Even from where I was born, the same environment I grew up in West Africa, everything is just the same. So he is saying that, which I think is true. Maybe you would like to contest that. Okay, our community are like a pie, like a pizza.
Yeah. Okay.
Instead, everyone has to take an equal share.
Okay.
Okay, everyone has to take an equal share. If by some means someone finds himself with a bigger share,
Yeah.
meaning he has used some voodoo to
Us.
on others
Yeah.
to be able to take the bigger share. Therefore, psychologically, that our community is better, that everything has to be equal.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who has more, meaning he has used some kind of magic. And I was like, wow, this is interesting. Because back in the days where we were growing,
Yeah.
people who were rich, we didn't have like tap.
Yeah.
We didn't have tap fontaine.
Yeah. Water
So,
tap.
water and, okay, when you were rich, you had water tap in your house and everything.
Yeah.
If you're going to fetch water there, your mom will tell you, come back, don't go there, don't you think that guy, he's sorcery or whatever, you call Yungo,
Okay.
that he has sold someone to be able to have that money.
Yeah.
And that's how we keep accusing people for nothing. Meanwhile, he just thought differently.
So for you, is it like real or is it just a perception that if someone has more than I do have
Mhm.
or I was supposed to have,
Mhm.
it's because he used some kind of trick that I don't know
Mhm.
and which to some extent are not normal to use them to get what he got.
Mhm.
And now I should be kind of frustrated or kind of out of normal
Situation.
feeling.
I think we have been. Just my personal feeling that we have long been deceived by this setup.
Yeah.
That's just my impression because I have about 10 different. I can record about 10, 15. My memory can record a lot can remind me of a lot of scenes where we see mob justice brought onto people in our community because people think that the loss of one cousin, the loss of one uncle is their cost.
The loss of their relative is
because
someone is
because someone. And he also talked about how
my question is it real or is it perception? Because if it's real, it means that someone has a big house, big car, big things.
Yes.
In Africa, it means that they have maybe killed a bunch of people.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
They have done some crazy things
Mhm.
to get all those
Mhm.
create things that the entire community as one
Mhm.
doesn't want to
Yeah.
use.
Yeah.
Or forbid people to use, and
Mhm.
you just went out of the normal way to use it and get what you got. Is it real or is it a perception? Because maybe everybody is just poor and then someone just managed to get some stuff
Yeah.
for himself and then they perceive that they have done something illegal or
Yeah.
immoral or something like that.
I think it's about 80% perception. Maybe that 20% I should give benefit of doubt because I can't really tell. But I think 20%. When I start reflecting,
What does it say about it in this book? I haven't read the book. This is my first time to come across this book. I never heard about it. So
Mhm.
I'm really interested in reading it and understand
Yeah.
what is one of the
I-
stories.
to be very honest, I'm not done reading the book. But the few chapters that I've read, it's really amazed me. It makes me like really think about what back home. You're from the glass field,
Yeah.
and you know what we call Mokwani.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they used to call it Kwani. And it's the same setting to those wealthy people.
Yeah.
They say you have used this, and that too. But when you come to think about it, it's the same environment, it's the same, if you take it to the Western community, Germany, America, etc., you always see people that we can't call them disabled. Okay, let me say poor is not a very good term to use. They always feel like the rich has stripped out, have taken some money from them. That's
Okay, so they have been ripped
yes,
from something that
from
they
something.
deserve.
Yes, that's the
Okay.
same way those people think that okay, they have been bewitched to
Okay.
get there.
Personally, I don't think that uh, there are people out there. Let me put it this way.
Yeah.
I believe that if there is a physical world, there should be somehow
Spiritual.
a spiritual world, a
Yeah.
non-physical world, a world that you and I
Yeah.
cannot see
Yeah.
or touch without
Mhm.
getting into certain
Mhm.
kind of
Mhm.
condition or I don't know.
Mhm.
So I think if there is physical world,
There's a
somehow
spiritual,
a
yeah,
spiritual world.
that's true.
And I believe that there are people who can understand both the
Okay,
world
physical and the spiritual.
world.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't think that to get your thing done in life, you necessarily have to do something immoral, inhumane, or illegal to make it. I believe that the really first magic is your thought process.
The thought process, yeah.
And your hard work. If you have a good thought process, you work hard, you put your mind into something, you work hard to get those things done. You're gonna get whatever you get. I don't believe in equality.
Inequality.
I don't think there is something.
There's
called
something like
equality.
that
Even-
is right.
even- yeah, we can argue, but and I know it's really, and some people will hold that against me. I know it's really a really controversial subject.
I agree.
But I don't believe there is equality. Why? Because not everybody is built the same way. There are people who are taller. There are people who are physically stronger than others, taller than others, bigger than others. Some people are naturally gifted to influence others. So there is no equality.
There's no equality,
But
yeah.
does that solve all the equation? No, it doesn't. Because although some people will be ahead at some point compared to others at the beginning, everybody who puts mind in something and really keep doing those things will eventually be successful.
Okay.
And that cancel every to me that cancel everything that is immoral trade, illegal trade, in a way of someone who really wants to be successful.
Okay.
In whatever you want to.
Okay, that brings me to this question that I would like to also ask you, so we can give your opinion. Ours, my understanding of our culture, especially African, also from African descent, is like every situation in life you face has some kind of spiritual link. For example, the child is sick. The child is sick. Okay, you can take your child to the hospital, but at the back of your mind you have some second thought that it may be something be spiritual. You have an accident, like that you don't have a job. It's like that, and in the common, there is a common expression. Yeah, something. Man, but we should be. Anyway, we are not doing the promotion of the book because I don't even know the author. We are just depicting of it. So, there is. I was talking to a friend, and we were talking about, I think, a sad event, and he said the people from his village has done something to him.
Yeah.
You know, these are the normal expression of Ontafes of village.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, even for those who are like staunch Christians, they still have this in mind that, like, to analyze my problem, there should be a third factor that is spiritual. So I don't know if it's normal to take that approach or if it's based on the environment we grow in, if it's really the right approach to use. So do you do that?
I do believe
Things happen
that
to you.
everything that happened in the physical world is being conceived first of all in spiritual world.
So you believe that
I
there is,
believe that
some
before
kind of-
we start recording this video, someone have to think about it, envision how it works, envision things that are going to happen, and now go to a physical one and execute. So whatever happened, we have to somehow get it from a world that we are not seeing, which most of the time are in our mind. So to me, it makes sense. Now, if you took an example, someone in a village someone said,
And I really have a problem with that because they kind of stigmatize the whole and the village.
Yeah,
Because
so
the
something
wishes
happened. You are
doesn't
in
make
the
sense.
United States. Something happened to you. You're like, oh, your granddad in a village.
The village has done that, meaning
I don't know a lot of things about that.
Yeah.
I will not speak to that. But I also know that whatever you believe happened to you. You said someone is Christian. Yeah. You can be Christian, maybe you go to church every day, but do you really believe in what you do? You can be a religious person, praying, God, do everything, but do you really believe in the God that you pray? If you do believe, I don't think you worry a lot about those kind of things. If you don't, then if you just go maybe for the fact that you saw everybody going to the church on Sunday or something like that, then it's easy for you to believe that your village people is coming after you. And when you start believing that your village people is coming after you, guess what? They are going to come after you.
Okay, so you are saying that it is just a belief, it's just a mindset. The way you
I'm not saying that it's just a mindset because I can't rule out the fact that something exists that I don't know.
Okay.
The fact that I can't prove that it exists doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I'm not sure that it exists. I don't have any proof that it doesn't exist. If I have proof that it doesn't exist, then I will tell you, yeah, it doesn't exist.
Okay,
But
question. Have you been with a Marabu?
I've been with a Marabu.
Have you gone to a Marabu?
I saw
And do
many,
you believe in what they
I saw many people who pretend to see things that I don't, to know things that I don't. They sometimes you go to a church, someone say, oh, I know you're gonna be this thing, or I need to
Prophesize.
to prophesize, to do
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
I'm they're doing what they got to do. There's nothing I can do about it. But do I believe?
Yeah. 1 second.
Do I believe? I don't know. It really depends.
Okay.
So I'm coming back to the fact that you asked me if it's only a belief system. So I was saying I don't have a proof that people from the village coming after someone doesn't exist. I don't have a proof.
You don't have a proof. Okay.
What I know for a fact that whatever you believe into, we come to the real world we live in.
Okay. Why I brought this topic, because when we were discussing before we came here, and true, of course, with him we always discuss economic topics because we are involved in so many. We are involved in business, and this topic just came up. The amount of energy. My point is the amount of energy that we dedicate in this belief system to make it huge. That the same energy, if we divert it, it is something positive. Like you said, your mindset, or where your mind thinks toward, it's going to yield
Of course.
a lot of.
You have two young people growing up, born in the same area, growing up from that same area. One believes that if they put 20 hours a day or 15 hours a day in a project of his, he's going to be successful. The other believes that by chance he's going to be successful one day. Guess who is going to make it? Is the guy who is putting 15 hours a day on his project. He wants to go to school. He came back from school. He just go into his school project. Weekend he's in school project. The other guy said, "Oh, one day I will be successful. I will be a pilot. I will be a lawyer." Coming back from school, go and party or doing things that are not related to his vision. Guess who is going to make it? The guy who is working on his vision. And that is the shift.
Yeah.
Because the guy would think that who doesn't put the work, eventually will say people from his village will come after him.
Yeah, of course.
Why? Because he will say, I wanted to be a pilot, it didn't work.
Okay.
I wanted to be a lawyer, it didn't work. I wanted to be a doctor, it didn't work. So somehow people from my village doesn't want me to be one of those things. But guess what? He himself don't want to be. He didn't show enough conviction. And conviction is true work. That I want to be a pilot, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be an accountant, I want to be, I don't know, wherever he wants to be.
Another practical illustration I would like to make is you see, we left the glass field. Imagine like in the 70s or in the 60s.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Kamgas, it's about the case. They left the grass field to Littoral, to Douala.
Yeah.
Let's say they didn't have money. Let's talk about two young guys.
Yeah.
Kamga, Chakunte, for example. They left this place, the Cape. They were all this at the same level.
Yeah.
Okay. They came to Douala.
Yeah.
It's the same environment.
Yeah.
They have access to the same resources.
Yeah.
Okay. The same strength, the same age.
Yeah.
Now they start hustling. One is doing, or they are all doing the same job. But at the end, you will see after like 20 years, let's say Kamga becomes wealthier, and let's say, no, let me not use their names. Maybe someone's name is Chakunte. So, and the other guy may not be that wealthy and may think that the other guy, the Kamga has. Meanwhile, it's just a matter of the mindset. It's just to me, I think mindset has a lot to do because they are all playing, let's say they are all playing tontine. One uses tontine to invest. The one works hard to save his money through tontine. Meanwhile, one borrows the money from the tontine to invest and get the interest from there, paybacks. So it's just,
it's not,
and that is a sorcery.
it's not by it's not by fantasy or just a word, or empty words that Einstein said compounding interest is the eighth wonder of the world. What does that mean? It doesn't only, when they say that, people just see, okay, I put my money in a bank account and the interest grow, or interest or something like that. No, it's in everything you do. What does that mean? In everything you do, compounding, you should think about compounding interest.
Yeah.
Two young guys, 20, in their 20, they go to a new city. One guy decide, okay, I want to be, I don't know, I want to own my own company with a $1 million or $10 million value in 20 years, right? The other guy said, I want to be rich. I also want to put my money somewhere and have $10 million in 20 years. Fine, great goal. They have access to some resources. One of the guy said, okay, how do I get a company of $10 million? I need to start somewhere. You start somewhere. Maybe it's in a sale business. Start doing sales. Days after day, keep doing, keep improving, keep improving, keep improving, keep improving. Then, guess what? After 5 years, 10 years, that guy will be so good.
Yeah, it was so good, yeah.
That he will be paid tens of thousands of dollars, or even more than that, to show people how to do it. And his company will be working just very fine. Then you take the other guy, then the other guy start, okay, I start with real estate. Then after real estate, oh, the real estate doesn't work. I heard about Bitcoin. I want to do Bitcoin. Oh, Bitcoin doesn't work. I heard about. After 10 years, guess what that guy is going to be? It's going to be.
Yeah, that is.
So the other guy is using the compounding effect. The fact that every little effort that is putting on top of every little effort is growing exponentially, and eventually open the doors of unimaginable resources for him to tap into. So whenever we're talking about magic, for things that I know, I think about those kind of things, like compounding interest, your mindset, how you see things, what you think, how you put your mind into one thing and stay focused. Focused for so long, then you get it done.
Okay, good. I think very soon we'll be going out for the barbecue. But my take is not all what we think about this magic is true. Some are true, some maybe not. But not everything we think about is true. Like I said, when I was 5 or 6, there are some people we stigmatize who were really innocent. But nobody ever tried to take do some scientific work to understand our psychology, our cultural setup, to be able to tell us that, okay, this is the way, this is how we think, and maybe our conclusion about this person or this person being a witchcraft or I don't know, doing black magic is false. So I don't know your environment, but I just thought about this and said, okay, let's share. Maybe you can put your comment, or maybe join us next Saturday for another discussion. Okay. So, Claude?
Yeah. So to me, it's mostly about how you think, what you believe in, and also when we talk about cultural concept, remember there are certain things that today we can explain that years ago we couldn't explain. That was magic. Like, let's say if you saw someone 10 years ago with a smartphone, you'll be like, 20 years ago with a smartphone, you'll be like, this guy is coming from Mars or something like that. But today we know how we get it as a smartphone. So it's even natural phenomenon. Some of them we didn't know before, and today we know them. So people used to think it's magic. Today we can explain scientifically, technically, and then it make more sense to everyone.
It is like one of my aunts, when I called him via WhatsApp video. looking like this is la magie de blanc. So to her, it's magic.
But for the white people, so,
Yeah, the la magie de blanc.
yeah. So
Meanwhile, it's just it's
yeah,
science.
so
You understand?
magic
So-
exists. I would say magic exists,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
not in a negative way. That
Yeah, not in a negative way. Yeah.
I think creating a phone is magic. But
Mhm.
think about it.
Mhm.
1950,
Mhm.
only maybe few area in Cameroon
Mhm.
where we come from,
Mhm.
Yaoundé has electricity,
Mhm.
and it was run by by a generator.
Mhm.
Think about someone who was born in my village in 1950.
Mhm.
No electricity, never saw a car,
Mhm.
nothing.
Mhm.
Just from 1950 to now, see the jump in technology. The
Yeah.
person can call me right
Yeah,
now,
can-
see me FaceTime and everything,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So that is magic,
Yeah.
and human being is really good
Mhm.
to create magic.
Yeah. So.
Think about how we got electricity. That is magic,
Yeah.
but it's not like negative magic.
Mhm.
It's
I
maybe
mean, yeah,
negative
magic is
magic
something
exists
positive,
because
yeah.
if good. I believe
Of
in
course, it's
duality.
always good,
If
yeah,
there
of
is
course.
something good,
Good, that means there's
somehow
something
there
bad.
should be something
Yeah,
bad
you're
somewhere that we should
You're
always
right.
try to avoid. So to me, there is magic, but I always see it in terms of our human capacity
Mhm.
to understand the world we're living in and to keep improving our life.
Mhm.
That is my own take on magic.
Okay, good. Guys,
So guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Aqua. I will read the book.
yeah, you
And
just try to read.
Surely
it
we're
if
gonna come back on this subject.
Yeah, we'll
if
come
we
back on
find
this
something
subject,
really,
maybe something
if I
interesting.
find something really,
And
really
yeah, that's.
interesting.
I think I'm just gonna put this on YouTube. Maybe someone has a very concrete, is very solid with
Yeah.
this subject, and he can share that because we should be having a lot of scholars who may have
Yeah.
a
lot of people. It's
worked
a
on
very
this
interesting subject.
African cultural setup, the witchcraft and this black magic, those kind of things. You see, it would be nice to share because it's work of science, and if our people know, it's going to change their mindsets, our perception of how things, how our own environment works above what we thought it is. So thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
So
and
it's a pleasure, man.
pleasure, man.
Yes,
I'm
we'll be
just,
going out.
I'm just sad that my
Thank you.
my,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.